Alright, we're here at the historical site of the gunfight at the OK Corral. Or I should say near the OK Corral, because the OK Corral is actually right over in that area, behind the reenactment stadium there. But this is the actual lot where it took place. That's Fly's photograph studio, the building they're standing against. And that window you see is actually where Doc Holliday and Big Nose Kate were renting at the time. They were actually staying in that room right there. So essentially the gunfight took place right outside of his bedroom window. Now, from what I understand, they have these figurines a little dispositioned. From what I've always understood, the cowboys were actually lined up against the Harwood house over here. And Billy Clinton died against against the wall over there after he got shot against the Harwood house. So they actually should be facing this way, from everything I've read and studied. But for all intents and purposes, this is a general area where they faced off and had the shootout. We'll get a little closer so you can see all these cool figurines they got out here. Okay, starting in the back, we've got John Henry Holliday, best known as Doc Holliday, carrying the 10-gauge shotgun he was wielding that afternoon. And then we've got Morgan Earp right here. And then over here you got Wyatt Earp. And over here we got Virgil. And they faced off against the Cowboys. Frank McClary, Tom McClary, Billy Clinton. Trying to get all these guys in here for you, it's kind of hard to do. But this is really neat seeing the life-size figurines that they have out here. And sorry I'm talking loud, but I'm trying to talk over that loud music playing from that reenactment stadium over there. But if you've never been here, it's quite a neat experience to walk where they fell. Also like to point out today is October 27th of 2018, one day after the anniversary of the shootout. And I was here on the actual anniversary, but I was on the street side. I hadn't paid my fee to get an actual site. But to be correct, the gunfight actually did spill out onto Fremont Street, which is right behind this wall that obviously wasn't there at the time of the gunfight. The Earps turned off of Fremont Street into this vacant lot. And Tom McClary actually collapsed over here at the corner of 3rd and Fremont. I'm going to kind of point over that direction. After Doc Holliday shot him with his shotgun, he ran across the street and collapsed near a pole over there. So in that general vicinity, if you could see in the wall, wasn't there. So the fight did spill out into the street a little bit. Once the smoke cleared and the blood was starting to dry, they transported the bodies of the 3 cowboys that died into the Harwood house over here, which is the blue building you see directly to my left. And I'll walk you over here. I think they got a plaque commemorating that. It says, murdered in the streets of Tombstone. The cowboys were killed in the gunfight at the OK Corral. Shot in the head, Frank McClary died instantly on the Fremont Street sidewalk. Wounded, Tom McClary and Billy Clinton were carried into this building. Tom died in minutes, hit by a shotgun blast fired by Doc Holliday. Shot 3 times, 19-year-old Billy Clinton died more slowly, hollering in pain, despite 2 injections of morphine. The following day, C.S. Fly photographed the 3 cowboys at the local funeral parlor beneath a sign that said murdered in the streets of Tombstone. Hundreds of residents followed the cowboys in their final resting place in Boot Hill Cemetery. And that's an actual photo of the guys in their caskets on the following day. One last pan, and we'll call it a wrap. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tour.